holiday club full of fun. Bar is feeling so much happier. He's got a spring in his step again. Thank you, the person who said with a heart to us, they hope that Bar will be able to see their cousin soon. Well, Bar is so much happier because he did have a message from his cousin in Balham, all the way over in London. Now, we're going to start with our motto song. Bar, you sit here on this box with me. Are you ready, everybody? Stay safe. Make sure, have you got enough space beside you, behind you, in front of you? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Crowds run free. 4, 5, 6. Crowns are fixed. Slowly. 1, 2, 3. Crowds run free. 4, 5, 6. Crowns are fixed. We are going to start with a game. Now, it's to do with crowns. It's a hidden crown game. Now, this box this morning was full of crowns, but right now it is very, very empty. Uh-oh. By the end of the game, I want to have this box filled up with crowns. Okay, animals. This is your challenge. I want you to go looking for the crowns. I wonder where they might be. Be sensible where you go looking. I wonder how long it's going to take them. See you in a few minutes. We need to do our crown check. I decided today that I would do one with paintbrushes and pencils because I love making things. I've never made a crown out of paintbrushes before. What's your crown looking like? Sounds great. Right, now Puddy's got an idea. There might be a crown waiting inside of this cupboard. Can you sniff it? Let's see. Whoop. Open. Puddy, you found one. It says, the way. Ellie had an idea. There might be a crown inside one of the washing baskets. You think your trunk can smell it out? Okay, have a sniff. Ooh, have a peep. Ah! Ellie's found the crown. It says, washed. Paddington loves coming to the prayer tree. Sometimes when I come up the stairs, I find him just sitting there having a bit of a think and a pray. He thinks if he looks hard enough, he might find a crown. Keep looking, Paddington. Under that? No. Under that? No. Under there? Can't see anything. Okay. Oh, yes, the crown. Wise. Hi, Big Bear. How you doing? How's your crown looking going? You're still looking. What's this? Oh, you found it on the doorstep. Oh. To Bar at the vicarage. Oh. Let's shake it out. Oh, they're empty. Oh dear. Big Bear. Can you see anything? Oh, there's a little bit of something. A tag. It says Bar. Oh dear. It looks like it's got a bit broken and it's not all there. Oh well, we'll take it to Bar. Let's look for this crown then. Out the window? Nothing there. On the curtain? No. Oh, look! Right close to you all the time. What does it say? It says with. Wow, you found two at the same time. You found waiting and you found welcome. Bar, hi. What have you found? You found something quite amazing. Oh, it's the willing crown. Bar, we had something from the post for you. Unfortunately, It's been a bit broken. We've got a bit torn off. Shall we read it for you? It says bar, and that's all we've got. Sorry about that. The envelope was just a bit empty. You've noticed something on the crown. Okay, let's take it off. Oh, bar. Look. This is like a jigsaw. I think if we put that together, what does it say? It says, are you ready for the surprise? What is that surprise going to be? Your crown was willing.
Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, following the steps of Jesus. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, we're together with the crowns and crowns. He rides into the town, the king without a crown, humbly on a donkey, and the crowds are cheering loud. Disciples meet to eat, together they will feast. Jesus gives them bread and wine and says, remember me. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, following the steps of Jesus. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, we're together with the crowns and crowns. Good Friday is the day they take the Lord away. Arrested, but your will be done, is what we hear him pray. He is crucified, with thieves right by his side. A crown of thorns upon his head, and friends all ran to hide. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, following the steps of Jesus. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, we're together with the crowns and crowns. Buried in the cave, the Lord is in the grave. A heavy stone to seal the place where Jesus has been laid. But then there comes a shake, the rock begins to break. The angels shout, he is alive, but is it a mistake? Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, following the steps of Jesus. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, we're together with the crowns and crowns. Then Jesus reappears to tell them, have no fear. Rejoice, my friends, and please be glad, for I am always here. The King of Kings is crowned, his light shines all around, and he's alive. Let's shout it out and make a joyful sound. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, following the steps of Jesus. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, he's alive. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, following the steps of Jesus. Crowns and crowns, crowns and crowns, he's alive. Crowns and crowns.
Oh, that was a great crown hunt. The animals did so well. The empty box can be filled up again. Bar, what are you doing? You know my empty box. Bar has just discovered something. Ooh, I don't know who put these in. We have got my favourite chalk ices to take into the theatre. Yay! Right, come on, let's have a full box. We've got with, Jesus was with us, is always with us. Wise, Jesus was wise, will always be wise. Willing, Jesus was willing on Good Friday. Washed, he was washed by Mary's love. Welcome, he was welcomed by the crowd. Way, he shows us the way to go. Waiting, we had to wait for something special to happen. Come on, Bob, let's go to the theatre, let's get our tickets. All the chalk ices. Got tickets for us and tickets for you. Let's go to the Crowns Theatre. In we go. Hello everyone, it's chalk ice night. It's chalk ices. Oh, make sure there's one left for me. Oh, that. Oh, a bit chilly and cold. Those chalk ices. Right. Let's turn the lights down. Get comfortable, everyone. I wonder what the show is tonight.
Empty streets. Eagle was used to being the only bird flying this high. Her wings were so strong she could ride the thermals and get the best view of the city from here. Higher and higher she soared. This city meant so much to her with its beauty. It had been here for hundreds of years. Yet right now, the feeling in the air Eagle sensed was that something unforgettable had happened here. Something that she couldn't quite understand. It all seemed to be to do with this man Jesus. His friends had tried to describe to her what they knew. She so wished she had met him, but all she had was their stories. In her head, words like servant king, storyteller, direction giver, prayerful one, answering voice, healing touch. Eagle's friend Mouse still kept scurrying around, saying the words, remember me, over and over. She had even woken up in the night to hear Mouse saying those words in his sleep. Mouse was still holding on tight to that crumb of bread he had kept after the last meal Jesus had with his friends. It seemed to cheer him up and give him hope. The eagle knew what she had seen from her flight over the crosses on that strange Friday. Surely that was the end of the story. But yet, when her friends talked about this man Jesus, he seemed to be unlike anyone who had ever walked through Jerusalem's gates. The man who had ridden in on her friend donkey had done nothing but care for people. He listened to them. He answered their questions and truly understood. He had noticed the poor and ordinary and told them how important they are to God. Donkey says he even cried for people. He had come with good news to share with those huge crowds. Those bossy officials who thought they were in charge had made plans against Jesus. What had they done? Kat had told him how cross they were with Jesus and how they didn't like the way the crowd listened to Jesus and didn't listen to them. Every Saturday, this city falls very quiet. Everyone stays at home with their family and has time to think and pray. It's such a quiet day anyway, but as Eagle flew over places she knew so well and a landscape she had searched all her life, it all looked different. Her eyes picked out something new on the rocky hillside. A huge stone that would have taken about 3 strong humans had been rolled over the front of the cave. No one was going to get in or out of there again, she thought to herself. Strange, but she could see the uniform of 2 Roman soldiers guarding the closed cave. I wonder why they are guarding a cave. Soldiers only do what they are told, and they are definitely on duty. It's going to be a long, cold night for that pair. Eagle swooped lower and flew over Dog's home. Dog had told her how very worried about this sad family he was. He had been trying to cheer them up by licking their hands and sitting close so they could stroke him. No one was saying much. They did seem to be praying to Creator God, but they were looking very confused. Mary kept saying, "Oh, our friend Jesus, our Jesus, what are we going to do now?" Martha had given up doing anything and was sitting still by her sister. Dog noticed that their brother Lazarus was the only one who seemed to be most awake. Dog had told Eagle every day he would light a candle and say, "Jesus is the light of the world." Dog doesn't understand, but somehow the brightness of the candle still lights up their home in all this dark time. Eagle flew away from Jerusalem to find Donkey in his stable. When she got there, Donkey was quietly standing in the dry straw near his manger. The blanket Jesus had used when he rode into the city was still laid on his back. Eagle noticed something she had not spotted before. Peeking out from the blanket on the back of Donkey's neck was marked on his fur a cross. I'd not noticed that before, she thought. Donkey and Eagle talked through what the eagle had seen on her flight over the city. Just before they took some rest in the dry stable, Donkey looked up at Eagle. I once heard a story about a stable. A new baby was born to a family who were travelling with nowhere to stay but a stable just like this. They put their newborn baby in a manger, just like mine. The family had been told that their baby was born to be a king, whose kingdom would never end. It's how the story was told to me, and it came back to my mind as I was eating my hay. Eagle settled herself on a rafter in the stable, and she too remembered some old shepherds from the fields of Jerusalem sitting around one of their fires and retelling a story like that. Their version had angels in it. You know what shepherds are like when they get telling stories. But perhaps that really happened. It was a long time ago I heard them tell that story. But I think the baby's name was Jesus, just like our friend we have just lost. He was called Jesus.
Well, it's been a really funny day, hasn't it, today? I mean, we started with an empty box. And also an empty envelope for Bar. Nothing in there. Nothing in here, look, empty. And then we had that story about the empty streets of Jerusalem. We've been thinking a lot about being empty today, and sometimes as people, we can feel a bit empty. We don't know what to say. We don't know what to think. We run out of words. And when we're like that, we can still come to God. Ellie has chosen the question mark stick. And the question mark stick in the prayer, under the prayer tree, is for those times when we can't think of what to say, we feel a bit empty, but still we want to come to God. So we're going to finish now. I'm going to be just quiet for a moment. You might like to be quiet too. And then I'll say Amen. And in the quiet, think about something you want to say to God, or think about how you feel. Let's be still, let's pray, shall we? Amen. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow at Crowns and Crowds. Bye.